A deal has finally been made in Normal after nearly a full month of a union strike at Illinois State. The agreement has now been approved. Good Tuesday evening. I'm Tyler Lopez. Kayla Johnson joins us live now from Normal with new reaction tonight. Kayla.
Tyler, Illinois State University employees are expected to head back to work after ratifying a new contract, ending the 4-week strike on campus. An overwhelming majority of AFSCME 1110 members, more than 95% of them voting, approved the agreement. The union represents more than 300 employees across building services, grounds, dining services, and other campus support jobs. Renee Nestler says they are excited about the contract, but wanted more.
We certainly would have liked to have gotten more out of the contract. It's still frustrating that our members had to be on strike for 28 days. While we still have concerns, we met in the middle, essentially, so we could end the strike and all move forward.
The new 5-year contract runs through June 30th, 2030, and includes an immediate 3.5% wage increase plus a $1,500 signing bonus. After that, annual 3% raises are scheduled for July 1st of 2026 through 2029, amounting to a 16.5% compounded increase over the life of the agreement. As part of the settlement, the union will drop its lawsuit and withdraw multiple unfair labor practice charges filed against the university. Striking workers are scheduled to return back to work Wednesday, May 6th, at their next scheduled shift.